Hello, hello, and welcome to Vlogmas in July, day 4. It is 11:30 and I am actually heading out. Today is Monday, and on Mondays and Fridays I have childcare. I think I've explained this before, but basically I pay for 12 hours of childcare a week. 6 hours on Monday, 6 hours on Friday. I typically use that time to edit, and I'm very intense about it because these are the days that I edit for not myself, but other clients, usually. However, I spent pretty much all of my week leading up to starting Vlogmas in July getting ahead of myself, that I have found myself all caught up. I mean, I've been working for the last hour and a half, and I did have a little bit of something to do for Sierra in that hour and a half, but I finished it, and now I'm like, holy shit, I have nothing to do. I'm gonna go get my nails done, which I already had this appointment booked because it's not like I'm surprised by my workload. I purposely set it up to be like this, and I like to get my nails done. Please, if you haven't already, go watch the video that I put out right before Vlogmas in July started, where I did a spotlight, a highlight on my nail artist, Lupe. She's amazing. She owns her own studio in Highland Park here in Los Angeles called G Nails on York Boulevard, and she is a true artist. Look at my nails that she did. Hello. She just did these on a whim. I told her to do whatever she wanted, and she came up with these, and they're perfect and they're gorgeous, and I am so sad to be getting rid of them, but it's actually been a little over 5 weeks since I got this manicure. So usually I get my nails done every 4 weeks, but I was gonna stretch it out to 6 weeks, but if I go longer than 6 weeks, I run the risk of breaking nails underneath because these are gel-X extensions, and so I don't like to fuck with that. But I am really, really sad to be saying goodbye to this manicure, especially since today I'm gonna be getting something a lot more plain, I assume. And I say I assume because I never know what I'm gonna get before I go in there. Again, nothing fancy. I think I'm probably gonna get chrome. That's my usual summer look. Maybe a purple chrome because I'm a purple person and it's my favorite color in the entire world. But anyway, I thought I would start this vlog and start here and just let you know that today's gonna be a good day because I'm getting my nails done. I mean, there's really nothing else for me to say. So before I ramble too much, it's the name of the channel, let's get going. Okay, it's 92 degrees out and I just turned my AC off to talk to you guys, all right? So here they are. Here are my final nails. They're so fucking cool. We ended up doing chrome over jelly. So a jelly is a translucent polish, and then chrome gives it this kind of obviously chromey effect. Yeah, I wanted a purpley-ish, but kind of purpley-ish bluish. And I love the jelly nails. I've gotten a couple jelly manicures that are like I said, this more translucent. So we did kind of a dark purple jelly, and then this isn't the unicorn chrome, it's more a white-ish chrome on top to kind of give it that effect. But look at how fucking sick it looks, and now I have nails for the next 4 or 5 weeks. And it's only 2 o'clock, so I'm in Highland Park, which is without traffic 30 minutes away from where I live, so I have to be back by 4. So I have an hour and a half to maybe a little less because there'll be some traffic, an hour and 15 minutes to hang out. I haven't eaten lunch. So I used to live over here. If you didn't know, I lived in Highland Park from 2017 to 2022. Yep, 2017, 20. So I lived here for 5 years, and there's this great breakfast place that I love that's 5 minutes drive from where I am right now that I'm thinking I'm gonna go. I brought my Kindle, right? Did I? No, I forgot it. Oh my god, wait, that's a huge fucking bummer. Oh my god, I never forget it. Okay, I was gonna say I'll just go read at a cafe, but you know what, maybe but I am hungry, so I should just go get something to eat. And I can read on my phone, which I don't like doing, but I can do. You guys are watching me make real-time decisions here. What am I gonna eat? I should just get takeout. If I order it now, then it'll be there when I get there. So this is the move. And then I will just edit some more, get more and more ahead of myself, because this is a great feeling and I kind of don't want to get rid of it. The next, I can edit my own. I usually don't edit my own stuff on Mondays. I'll just edit my own next video. Boom. Okay. New plan. Order takeout, eat food, edit until 4. And then I'm back on mom mode. Okay, this place that I was going to order from has a strawberry cheesecake matcha and a banana cream matcha, which is totally a bastardization of the concept of matcha, but it does sound good. So I think I'm gonna get the strawberry cheesecake one. Yeah, that sounds good. And a breakfast sandwich, gluten-free breakfast sandwich. Okay, I gotta turn the AC back on and head home. See you guys there. Okay. Let's see. Holy shit, that's good. With my new manicure. What a vibe. Oh my god. This is gonna last like 5 seconds. Okie dokie, August and I are playing. Are we playing? He's like, I'm playing. I don't know what you're doing. Right now, he's currently taking all of the condiments out of the bottom shelf of the pantry and putting them on the floor. But he's doing so gently that I'm just gonna let him do it. And I'll put them all back later. You know what? They needed a good reorganization. So, and it's good. We're gonna go to like an indoor play gym. I have a reservation to be there at 5. So we got like 20 minutes before we have to leave. So I'm just gonna sort of supervise this activity for now because it's harmless. And hang out. And while I'm standing here, a while ago, someone had asked me what this meant. It's been hanging. If you watch my vlogs forever, you've probably seen it in the background. I think Mario gave it to me for Valentine's Day 2 or 3 years ago. And it's actually, there's an error on it, but basically what it's meant to be is the hello, will you, I do. This is our first date. This is where we got engaged, and this is where we got married. The error is that this is not the day of our first date. Our first date was October 13th, 2015, not October 6th. Literally, I opened it and I was like, and he was like, oh, fuck. They misprinted it, but we didn't get it redone. So it's just kind of like, sometimes I'm like, I should put a post-it there, but it doesn't really bother me that much. Anyway, our first date was in New Orleans. This is on St. Charles in New Orleans Avenue Pub, if you're familiar. That was our first date. We got married, we got engaged on March 27th. This date is correct, 2021. So almost 6 years after our first date in Highland Park, Los Angeles, where I was this morning, but at Deb's Park. Gorgeous, by the way. Our engagement is a video on this channel, so I'll link it below if I remember. And then we got married on September 3rd, 2022. So it'll be 3 years this year. Although this year is also our 10-year dating anniversary, which is exciting. And we actually got married in not my hometown. We got married in Bedford, New Hampshire. I'm from Manchester, New Hampshire. But as you can see, that's Manchester, and that's where we got married. So quite close. For a number of reasons, mostly because it was a place that had sentimental value to us. It was also not that expensive to have a medium-sized wedding. So we thought about getting married in LA. We thought about getting married in New Orleans. LA went off the table really fast. New Orleans was a consideration for a little while, but most of Mario's family lives in New York City. Also not really ever a consideration because of cost. And so we thought it would be easier to have it in the Northeast. And originally when we were planning our wedding, my parents lived out there, and then in the midst of wedding planning, they retired and moved to San Diego. So that did make things a little more challenging. But by the way, if you want to know more about our wedding, that is also a video on this channel. I made a little wedding video, not little, it's very long. It's mostly for me. I rewatch it monthly. August has seen it like 6 times, but I'll link that below if I remember as well. What did we drop? What are we chasing after? Oh, balsamic vinegar. Well, that's a good ingredient. He is now, by the way, I'm just noticing, put everything back. And he's put it all back in the right spot. My kid's a fucking genius. Also, he started saying Beethoven, and I could hear the nanny like over and over going, Beethoven? I couldn't hear him, but I assumed that he doesn't. That's okay, buddy. It doesn't fit there. He's reorganizing things to make him fit better now. Oh my God, you're doing a better job than me. Did you give up? But anyway, he doesn't say Beethoven. He doesn't speak that clearly because he's 16 months old, not even yet. He say Beethoven? I don't know if you hear that. Go Beethoven. That's what he gets. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Better watch him because he has a bottle of hot sauce and he's sitting in the downstairs shower. Again, not hurting anyone, so I'm just gonna let him. But I'm gonna be a more observant mother in this moment. Hello, I've been back for a couple hours. Mario was doing August's nighttime routine, but exciting afternoon. There was drama at the play gym. Actually, it kind of sucked. Some woman got her purse stolen, which was horrible, but it was all kind of unfolding as I walked in. It was one of the women from the time slot before us. I guess someone just walked in and stole her purse, which sucks. It's horrible, but it did give the rest of us moms a lot to talk about while all of it was being resolved. Unfortunately, they got the woman on camera. Police got involved, so hopefully it all gets resolved. Also, the woman didn't have her phone or keys in her purse, which was really lucky. So all in all, just like super inconvenient, kind of sucks, but definitely provided for a more interesting evening than I planned on having. Maria and I ordered more takeout because I have stuff to cook dinner, but I just can't be fucked right now. And I'm going to the grocery store tomorrow too, so I'll have like more interesting and enticing things to cook tomorrow, which I'm excited about. We ordered Mexican food and it just got here, so once he's done putting August to sleep, we're probably gonna dig into this like stat. Also, have I mentioned that I started Sunrise on the Reaping? I haven't actually started it, but I downloaded it on my Kindle. So I finished Great Big Beautiful Life, loved it, 5 stars, incredible. Anyway, I'll catch up with you guys when Mario has a second. Mario's here now. How did he go down to sleep?
Oh yeah, he was tired. Very
yeah, he seemed really sleepy. Yeah. I didn't finish telling you about my nail appointment.
Okay.
So I was telling you about how she went to go to the taping.
Yeah.
And literally we were sitting there, like, she's always got Netflix on in the back, like, on the TV in the corner. Mm-hmm. And I don't even remember what it was playing. But, like, I made a comment about whatever it was. And she goes, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I saw the thing on Netflix that reminded me of you. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay. And she was like, okay, do you watch a lot of Netflix? And I was like, no, I actually just canceled ours. And she was like, okay. It's called Poop Cruise. And I was like, why? Lupe, why?
That's tough that reminds you of writing her review.
She goes, no, just because you're the only person I know who's been on a cruise. And I was like...
So it's just the word cruise.
Yeah. And she was like trying to explain to me, she's like, we should just watch it. And I was like, throw it on. We watched this entire thing.
What is Poop Cruise?
So it was like, it's part of a an anthology documentary series on Netflix called like, I don't remember what it's called, like Tragedies or something. But it's not, I mean not Tragedies, because it was not Tragedies. It was more just like a, whatever. Anyway, did you hear about this? In 2013, the Carnival cruise that got stuck in the Gulf of Mexico? Does that ring a bell for you? Because it doesn't ring a bell for me at fucking all. In 2013, I was around.
I feel like, no, not Gulf of Mexico. I feel like I remember a cruise being stuck in Italy, but I think maybe that was COVID related.
So, yeah, I remember the COVID one. Yeah. This was not that. In 2013, there was a fire on there was a Carnival cruise ship that was going from Galveston, Texas to the, like, Cozumel, Mexico, and back. It was like a 3-day cruise. It was supposed to be a 3-day cruise. On the way back from Mexico, something caught on fire. And they handled it, and the fire was out. But then, because of the fire, there was an electrical malfunction, and all power to the ship was cut. Ooh. Which meant they had no... In 2013, apparently. I mean, this is no longer the case. But it means they had no way to communicate. Their one sat phone wasn't working.
What about this thing? What is that called?
Morse code.
Morse code, thank you.
I don't know. Eventually, I mean, they did eventually. It wasn't... Whatever. The point is, at the very moment, there was no power. No one had service. There was nothing. And they were dead on the water. They couldn't move. And they were somewhere in the Gulf of Mexico on the way from Cozumel back to Galveston. At the time, they were like, whatever. Someone, like, we'll use the sat phone to contact some port eventually. And, like, someone will come tug us in. In the meantime, it was, like, super fucking hot. Because it's the summertime in the Gulf of Mexico. And the AC goes out. Lights go out. You know what I mean? And it sucks. But the cruise director is just like, listen, this is horrible and it's awful, but, like, you know, someone will come get us and, you know, whatever. So they can't get in contact with anybody. And then, like, an hour into this, they realize... And by the way, the power cuts out, I want to say it's like 4:30 in the morning. So, like people were woken up. They were all went to their muster stations, and the crews were like, you can go back to your rooms, like, but there's no power. And remember, most crews, don't have windows. And there's no AC, so the rooms are like hot boxes. So people are like dragging their mattresses out onto the deck and into like the common areas just to like have some air. And that's when they realize, like an hour into this, that the toilets run on electricity. And none of the toilets work. And so that's why it's called the Poop Cruise. Yeah. And so the cruise personnel, like the crew, the staff are like, oh my god, what the fuck are we gonna do? So they basically like have to make a bathroom plan. And the bathroom plan is boys will have to pee off the side of the boat. And or in the shower, and that's where the girls will pee. So if you have to go number 1, pee in the shower because the drains go down. If you have to go number 2,
It's called a poop deck.
They gave everybody biohazard bags, and they were just like pooping the bags. And in my mind, I'm watching this, and I'm like, okay, that's reasonable. Like, you don't know how long. At the time, they thought they were only gonna be like 24 hours. So they were like, poop in these bags, just dispose of them in the trash can. It's gonna get rank, but like, you know, it'll get rank if you poop in a malfunctioning toilet anyway.
Yeah.
So at least this gives us like some containment of the biohazardous material. The drunk dumbasses on this Carnival cruise were like horrified by the prospect of having to poop in a bag for some reason. Like, all the people they interviewed were like, I was not pooping in that fucking bag. So they pooped in the toilets, and poop just started. At one point, one of the crew members that they were interviewing was like, it was like a poop lasagna, because someone would poop and then put toilet paper down and then poop on top of that and then put toilet paper, like, in all of the toilets that he was trying to poop in. Anyway, it turns out they were out there for 9 days before someone could come get them.
Oh my god.
9 fucking days.
That's nuts.
I've been meaning to talk about that on the vlog.
That's terrifying.
I know, and I'm watching this whole documentary, but it was like really funny because we were watching it together and we just kept making fun.
I'm thinking like, can I make it to Florida?
The best part was they interviewed this bartender who was working on the boat at the time, who was from the Soviet Union, and she, like, at the point in time where they didn't have enough food for the people on board and they were rationing hard, people were like waiting in 2-hour lines for like 3 pieces of bread. She was like, it was really it was really interesting to watch all of these Americans suffer the way that most people just live everyday life in Russia. Like, welcome to the Soviet Union, Americans. And I was like, that bitch is hardcore and I love her. I just wanted to recap that for both you and the vlog. Because it was so funny. It was like probably the highlight of my day.
I would say we had a slightly different cruise experience.
Well, in my head I was like, so this was all like primarily drunk adults. Obviously there were some children, but this is a Carnival cruise, not a Disney cruise. Yeah. With like more of a party vibe because I went to a party city. Kind of best case scenario really is you want to have primarily adults in that situation. I was thinking like if this happened on our cruise with just like an enormous amount of children, like young children, like it would be a nightmare.
Disaster.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
But anyway, so now you don't have to watch the documentary.
Honestly,
I just fully recapped it for
you. He would have probably been fine in terms of like he'd been cool staying on the boat. It's like older kids who like more have an attachment to home.
Yeah, and they know what's going on. Yeah, totally. But also just like having to sleep out in the hallway or on the deck, like would be hard. Yeah. Anyway, that's why I wanted to end the vlog. I was going to tell the vlog this whole thing earlier, but then I was like, I want to tell you. So I'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm going to end this vlog. Yeah, we're going to eat. Okay. Love you guys. See you in the morrow.
That works.
Does that work?
Yeah.
See you in the morrow. No, that's not going to become a thing.
Yes. Put it on a tote.
Fuck. See you in the morrow.
Put